Do we have an agenda for this meeting?
Yes, we do. We're going to have an update. We're going to have the review of the Education Access Manager, the new contract from Edtv, update from DETV, from WITN, and from Red Clay
Thank you.
regarding the operations of Edtv Access Channel. Then public comment if there are any.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Cable, Video, and Telecommunications meeting. Today is Friday, June the 4th. My name is Trippy Congo, Chair of the Commission. At this time, we will have a roll call. Just want to thank everyone for joining us today. Commissioner Raina Allen.
Present.
Commissioner Shanae Darby. Commissioner Maria Cabrera.
Present.
Commissioner Brigida Fields.
Present.
Commissioner Kelly Williams.
Present.
Commissioner Zach Steparo.
Present.
Commissioner Terrence Williams. Commissioner John Rago. All right. Okay, this time I accept the motion to adopt minutes from the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second.
It's moved and second to adopt the minutes from the previous meeting. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, we have 4 items on the agenda today. First, we're going to have a review of the Education Access Manager new contract from Edtv. I believe Phil is here to speak to that. Might not be with us yet.
He's not with us yet.
Okay, so we'll circle back. So we'll go to the next item, which is a report from DETV.
I'm sorry, Chairman. That's Councilwoman Fields is on. Is her mic muted or is she on?
Oh, here I'm sorry. I thought he said Phil, not Fields. I'm sorry.
Yes, who was going to speak to the first item on the agenda?
That would be me, Council President.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
I'm sorry. So, yes, I will be speaking to this bill. Hold on, I'm trying to get my notes together. I did have them. Bear with me really quick. So I'll just give you the synopsis of it. This ordinance authorizes the execution of an educational access channel agreement between the City of Wilmington and the Red Clay Consolidated School District for the operation and management of an educational access channel under the city's franchise agreement with Comcast of Newcastle County, LLC. The agreement is for a period of 2 years from July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2023. With the possibility of a 1-year extension thereafter. There is no cost to the city under the agreement. The fiscal impact, the ordinance has no associated fiscal impact.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Fields. Are there any questions, comments?
And Chairman, and this is Marshall. If I can just say, I just want to say that this particular contract that it did go out for bid, and Red Clay was the only entity that bidded on this. So it did go through a process. It started back in March, so they did submit a proposal. Like the chairwoman said, there is no funds provided for the city for this. And for the educational channel, to review that channel, that is on channel Xfinity channel 965, as well as on FiOS channel 30. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that information. Any other questions?
Okay.
Yes. Any other comments?
Oh, I was just going to ask if nobody else had any comments, but I'll let you say that out. My apologies.
No, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Okay, so just a couple of things, and I think I'm just going to reiterate what was at the last meeting. But this educational channel provides programming for the city schools and inner city children, as well as schools outside of the city. The main studio is housed at McKean High School. Let's see. And if there's no more comments, Chair, I definitely would like to the next steps to have this moved out of this committee. It's been, and have it reviewed here and have it go to the June 17th council meeting for a vote.
Okay, did you want to make a motion?
I would like to make a motion that we move this ordinance, out of CVT commission on June 4th and move it to the city council meeting on June 17th.
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. This been moved out of this committee to full council on June the 17th. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Anything else, Commissioner Fields?
No, not at this time, Chair. Thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you. Next,
And
next item on the
Chair,
agenda.
can I just,
Yes.
Chairman, if I can just to mention one thing, I mean, just for the record, is that this particular ordinance was voted out of the Education, Youth and Families Committee, and that it's being reviewed, by this committee. So I just want to mention that, for the record, so you won't hear like a committee report at the council meeting. The committee report that you will hear will be the one from the Education, Youth and Families Committee. Thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, next on the agenda is an update from DETV. Who is here to speak to that?
Good afternoon, President. May I request to go last? I'm having connection problems. I'm trying to connect to my laptop from my cell phone.
Sure, that's no problem.
All right, thank you.
All right, we'll go to an update from WITN Channel 22 regarding stations programming. Who is here to speak to that?
Yes, I am Yastini Tavares, WITN Station Manager.
All right, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Okay, so our programming is selected to benefit the overall city of Wilmington community. WITN provides both video and audio content for two sectors, which I would like to call the government programs and the community programs. Our channel broadcasts live council meetings and proceedings, live mayoral events and announcements, public service announcements, emergency updates, an array of community events. In addition, our regional television programs highlights the character of Wilmington's community. And I'm going to just share with us some updates in regards to programs that—
This meeting is being recorded.
Oh, sorry about that. I just want to remind everyone to please mute your microphones. Thank you.
That's just when someone has both their laptop and their phone on at the same time, it makes that noise. So they have to exit one of the Zoom connections. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward with updating everyone in regards to our programming. So 2-Minute Drill is a program specifically made for council members. It is their platform that allows them to address our constituents directly on updates and important issues that concerns not only their district, but the city as a whole. We've had a variety of 2-minute drills since the start of the 108th session. We've increased the amount of 2-minute drills that council members have completed, and up to date, we have a total of 20 2-minute drills completed by a variety of council members that really depicts and highlights what's going on within their community, anywhere from a vaccination event to a mural within their district. It's a variety of different topics that are discussed. That is what the council member wants to present to the constituents. We do have one coming up as well that's in Spanish. We are trying to do a variety of programming, and currently I am the only one at the station who can do Spanish programming, but that is something that we'll be moving forward to try to reach out to our Hispanic community as well, since they also do reside within the city of Wilmington. In regards to 22 News, that is a program that we have at WITN that is our City of Wilmington's news program, and it features stories that directly affects Wilmington and Delaware residents, giving the viewers more than just the basic facts, but also the context surrounding important events, within our city, our government, and our community. Right now, currently to date, our most viewed 22 video on Facebook is a 22 News program that highlights the 4 women that were being trained to become Wilmington Next firefighters. This is a program that was completed in a collaboration with Michaela Alston, who is our senior producer, and our digital media web content coordinator, Saquon Stimson. The both of them are certified drone pilots, and so it does add an extra depth and layer to the programs that we produce at WITN 22. So I do encourage the community to take a look at all of the programs that we complete for 22 News, because you're getting more of the whole picture as opposed to just the common news broadcast reports that reporters do, which is with the interviewees and some clips of what the event actually shows. So with the 4 women training to become Wilmington firefighters, that garnered 3,500 views on our Facebook page, and it reached over 5,400 people. 22 News on the Scene is a program that allows viewers to see an event, a press conference, or an announcement from start to finish. And that's actually held out within our community. So that's outside in the field. And we broadcast that, again, from start to finish. There's no edits. So for the viewers who are watching at home on Comcast or following us on social media, this kind of allows them to be in the field, be present at real time in regards to a press conference that's taking place or an event. And we just started that during the 108th session. We started that back up, I would like to say, back on April 22nd. And so far to date, we've done a total of 8 22 News on the Scene programs. For those who haven't been in tune, I encourage you to follow us on social media, but also take a look at our website, www.witn22.org, where all of our budget hearings are archived and housed for replay. Each year, members of the Wilmington City Council reviews the city's proposed budget, and during the public televised budget hearings, they listen to presentations from each department. We have all of these budget hearings housed on our website, and so they're there for the constituents to go back to if there's any information that they missed out on, if there's a meeting that they weren't able to watch live on Comcast when we were airing them. But we did do a total of 19, and that's also part of our government programming. City Council's regular meetings and council meetings, as we all know, we continue to do those. We've done a total of 10 regular City Council meetings and a total of 27 committee meetings. But again, those are all housed on not only our WITN22.org website, but also our YouTube channel. And we are also doing the President Ernest Trifi-Congo's weekly address. That's been getting a lot of traction on our social media as well. All these programs that I'm sharing with us today is a collaboration, a team effort between doing in-person recording and editing. But the President's weekly address is getting a lot of traction. It's actually recorded right there in his office, the President's office. And to date, we've done a total of 11. And the President's weekly address is an opportunity for President Congo to address city residents with topics that affect all Wilmington residents. So in regards to our department's performance, we are, I think, a little over 150 days into the 108th session. Out of those 150 days, we've done a total as a unit in our department of 160 videos. And this is just a video cable programming side. So these are videos that actually are not only shared with our social media platforms, but also shared on our cable cast for our cable cast subscribers at home who do not follow us on social media. And I do like to bring attention to PSAs. We have started doing some PSA videos, and there is one currently out there in regards to DART's paratransit. That was something that was completed by our digital media web content coordinator. And so our digital media web content coordinator, Saquon Simpson, does a great job in regards to updating us during these meetings for the social media outreach that we do. I do want to bring to attention that the photos that he took of the mayor with the police academy cadets doing push-ups, that garnered the most outreach on our Facebook, with 11,365 people reached. And so there's an array of photos that's taken in addition to videos that are posted on our Facebook page. But we have a total of 5,795 followers on our Facebook page. And for our YouTube, we have a total of 2,529 subscribers with over 2 million total views. Our Instagram, again, 1,868 followers, and our Twitter has 2,083 followers. So we are progressively moving forward with gaining more subscribers and followers on our social media platforms. In addition to all the programs that we have at WITN 22, again, I do want to bring accolades and credit to the station, because we are currently there's 5 of us. And between the 5 of us, we do cover a lot of grounds within the city of Wilmington. And it takes a lot of effort, a lot of collaboration, and the work is being completed and the community is seeing it, and it's being done very well. But to my point, at a very high quality rate. WIT employees, for those who are unaware, have won multiple first, second, third, and honorable mention awards in the 2021 Delaware Press Association Professional Communications Contest. And you can visit the Delaware Press Association website to see a full list of the awards that we won. Not only did we win multiple first, second, third, and honorable mention awards in that contest, the first place awardees were able to move up to the National Federation of Press Women's contest, and WITN 22 employees did place in that contest as well. So we will be recognized nationally on Friday, June 11th for the work that we've been able to produce for WITN 22. And just some quick updates for those who do follow us on our website at www.wit1022.org. We have added the Intergovernmental Committee meeting as its own sub-tab. That was something that was brought to my attention. And so that is currently there, and it houses its own meetings as well. And we are continuing to work with Swag Productions LLC in regards to having the way constituents and users see our meetings on our website. Also, since the last time we've met during this commission, I did bring to the attention that I wanted to make sure that our program schedule was on our website for viewers and the residents at home to know when our programs are airing. Because when you click to Comcast Channel 22, you'll see that our programs aren't listed there, and no one knows exactly what time things are being aired. So if you visit us again on our website, www.wit1022.org, you'll see there, there's a list of, it's called a program schedule, and there's a list of all the programs that are airing on a day-to-day basis, because we are a television station that operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that is something that I wanted to make sure that was up there, and it is up there as of today, up to date. And we also have updated biographies on our website. So I do know a lot of us work behind the scenes, and I do encourage people to visit our website to not only get familiar with the content that we produce, but also the employees who work here. They put a lot of time, they dedicate a lot of effort to the work that they do. We're all very passionate. We're all creative content producers as well. So I do I do encourage you and the people who are watching to get to learn and get to familiarize yourself with the people who represent WITN 22. We, amongst all of us, have not only wealth of knowledge in this industry, but we've worked at so many different places, and it really helps to contribute to the type of work that we produce here. I do know that we're looking at ways to get back into fully operation in regards to being in person in the building as other businesses are. But I do want to bring credit to our producer, Amanda Robbins, and our deputy station manager, Wendell Ralston, for continuing the work that is done day in and day out for every single council meeting and committee meeting that occurs in the evenings. And currently this one right now, they're behind the scenes. They've done a phenomenal job during the pandemic to keep us operating in this capacity virtually. And I really want to give them credit because there's so much work that gets done behind the scenes that no one really sees. And without their work and effort and the time and dedication they put into these meetings, you wouldn't be seeing what's going on right now today. And one great thing that I like to say is that council members have their backdrops. So since the last time we met in February, we've had some requests in regards to the different types of backgrounds our constituents are seeing our council members speak on. So now we have one unison look. Everything is the same, and so that's pretty great. And just real quickly here, not to take up too much time, our Studio B is finally completed. I'm looking forward to start programming in there when we can, but I do want to bring note to that it's completely ready for us to start filming. And if anyone is interested in what that may look like, just feel free to reach out to us. And that's all that I have in regards to updating for programs. And if anyone has any questions, I'm here.
Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate your giving us all that update, and definitely congratulations for all the hard work that the team down at WITN does. You guys are doing an awesome job, and just keep up the great work. We do realize that you are short-staffed, but you're still making it happen for the city. So everyone is appreciated. Thank you. Council or Commissioner Carrera.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to, I do want to ask a question about Studio B. What kind of programming or what do you foresee happening with the extra studio space? Like, what's on your agenda for that?
Okay, so we haven't done any programming in there as of yet, but we would like to move, well, currently now, since it's the summertime and things are getting better, we could do 2-minute drills out in the field. That is something that our senior producer brought to our attention in regards to having council members seen within their district. But that is also an option to do council members 2-minute drills in that area. We could also do our PSAs in that area. Currently right now we're using Studio A pretty much for every program that we do in-house. So Studio B will allow us to really decipher which programs are recorded in Studio B and which ones are recorded in Studio A. So we haven't gone into that capacity yet, but right now I do foresee changing that up in regards to how we're doing things currently.
Can I follow up?
Yeah.
So could you see where there could be a programming or something being shot in Studio A and at the same time simultaneously something going on in Studio B? When we get to that capacity, is that something that we would be able to handle?
That is something we could approach, but not live. But we have done, we could, depending on the amount of staff that we have, I want to correct that real quick. Okay. Depending on the amount of staff that we have available to do 2 different productions in 2 different studios, that is something we can look into, but we have to be mindful of the amount of people that it takes to operate each program.
Okay. And lastly, if I could just make a comment that I've been hearing a lot of positive feedback in the community. It appears that, we are very active. I understand that that was one of your goals and you stated that in our last meeting. So definitely people are seeing that the council members are out and about in the community. I see more activity with council members doing their 2-minute drill. I personally am thankful for you coming out to shoot my first vaccination. And we do have the 2-minute drills are getting posted now as we promote our next, my second vaccination. And we're all getting involved now, the president, all of city council in a big full-blown event, geared towards everybody in the community. But obviously we are trying to target the Latino community to come out and get vaccinated. So I just want to say thank you for the work that everyone in the team is doing. I appreciate Wendell as well. He sends me my links to both my emails, and all the staff members that have been out and about, and even your freelance professionals. They're really exceptional. I saw some of them out during this week on Wednesday, the farmers market, and some of those events. So I think that WITN is looking like an authentic news station. We could start competing with Philly real soon. Just want to thank everyone on the team there and yourself, Jasenia, for your leadership. Job well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman at Large Cabrera. And I also wanted to give some credit to Raina Allen. She's been really helping us with these 2-minute drills that you see transpire weekly on a weekly basis. So there's a lot of work that gets involved with that as well in regards to script writing and making sure we have council members' availability. So it is truly a team effort, and we do appreciate everyone working together. And I do appreciate you acknowledging and it's being seen. So on behalf of all of us at WITN 22, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Commissioner Fields.
Yes, thank you. Hi, Yesenia. Thanks for your update today. Again, I don't have to reiterate. You guys are doing an excellent job. My question for you all is this: even when you do the 2-minute drills and you put them on your Facebook page, do you what is it called? Do you try to share it to that council person's page so that they, you know what I mean? So that it'll go, it can be on their page and then they can just approve it so it can go out. Because sometimes what happens is when you put it on your page, if you were to put it just on your page, we see it and we might get a link to put it out. But I'm just trying to figure out an easier way that we could, once you put, for instance, if you do Commissioner Cabrera's 2-minute drill, and you put it on a WITN page on Facebook, do you tag her in it so that she can share it on her page? That's what I meant to say. Is that something that you all could do?
Yes, and that is something that we've been doing. Is we do tag, we do put names and include your names in there. I do know some council members have 2 different pages, so I'm not sure in which one you're specifying in particular, because some people do have like a council member's page, and then some have an individual personal page. But we do our best to add your name into our description on Facebook, and that should be able to give you a notification that you've been tagged into that post. What we do not do is take the actual link and go onto your personal page and post that. That's something we don't do, but you are tagged into the description.
Okay, so you do share it then. So you just put you put the name in there, or you share it. Okay. What was my next question? Is that I'm sorry, I did have another question and I cannot think of it right now. That was the one thing. Oh, my other question is so say if a council person is doing a outside event, you all haven't been notified, or you all are somewhere else doing something else, and they take pictures. Is there a way that they can get you the pictures that they talk about whatever event, and then you can post it on WITN? Or like, do you Facebook search to see what we are doing out there in the community, to where you can put that on your page as well, so that it kind of goes along with what we're doing as council?
Yes, so I do want to bring in our digital media web content coordinator. He does a great job in regards to researching and going out there and seeing what's being shared on our social media platforms. And he does a great job in regards to sharing those posts as well to our WITN Facebook page. In regards to your question, so that answers that question. We are currently doing that. We've been doing that. But in regards to your question, if a council member is at an event that WITN 22 employees are not, and you have taken photos that you wish for us to share, you can simply send us an email or with the photos, and we will have to give credit for copyright issues that those photos were taken by whichever individual took those photos, and we can share photos on our Facebook page for that particular event. What we've done in the past, if an organization, nonprofit organization, is posting an event, or even if it's Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer, we are able to share that post from their page to our page. So there is opportunity for growth here if that's something that you want to do. The only thing that we need to take into consideration when it comes to any photographer taking photos is who it belongs to, and making sure we give copyright credits to it.
It will most likely be me. I'm just speaking for me personally, but I just think that it would be beneficial that all the other city council members know that they do have an opportunity to still post their pictures and events that WITN didn't make it to, that they have an opportunity to take those pictures, say, they took the picture personally, and they would like this to be on WITN also because it's another way of informing the community of what council is doing. And it's showing that we're being transparent and that we are working collaboratively, and we are there for the community. So I think it's just best, I think that's a good practice. So maybe an email out to everybody, just saying, hey, if you're going out this weekend, whatever pictures or whatever, send it to us so we can put it on WITN. I just think that would be a good idea. Other than that, good work. Wendell, keep up the good work. Actually, all of you all, please keep up the good work. Thank you for always being on call and answering calls when need be, or short notice when you can't get there. So thanks to everybody at WITN. I appreciate everything you do, and I'm going to put y'all to work. So thank you.
Thank you. And we do have our freelancers too, who are out there more, as Councilwoman Cabrera has stated. So we will try to cover more grounds as we can, as we continue to explore the work of our freelancers. And just one more point in regards to any photos that is shared with us. It's not guaranteed that every photo will be posted. We do have broadcast standards that we have to follow. But again, the collaboration is there, and whatever photos you take, we'll take a look at it. And I'm more than happy to be able to share for transparency to our constituents.
All right, thank you, Yesenia. I don't see any other hands raised from commissioners. Okay, well, thank you again for your presentation. Job well done.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Next, we will have an update from Red Clay Consolidated School District regarding the operations of the Educational Access Channel. Who is here to speak to that?
I am, Mr. President, Robert Markopoulos. I'm the station manager, executive producer, the guy who gets your lunch, whatever you need. So, so as everyone knows, and we've all been dealing with it, a tough year, but it's especially tough for an educational channel when most of the kids aren't even there, and teachers are in and out, and we're dealing with quarantine and masks, and so the amount of content we have has been a little less, but we still have a lot of new shows that we put out, and since our last meeting. I'll tell you a little bit about those. We have a new Red Clay this month, which we used to try to do every month, but we're doing it every quarter now just because of the situation we're all dealing with. So this one that's airing now has to deal with all the 2021 graduates, most of them which are the valedictorians throughout Red Clay Consolidated School District. And they sat down with their principals for individual question and answer about everything from what are you doing next year to where do you see yourself in 10 years. It's a really insightful program into some of tomorrow's leaders and their thoughts, especially after a year like we've just had in a school year that's unlike anyone's ever imagined. We also are airing this year's Mikvah Challenge, which is across all Newcastle County and Wilmington. The Project Soapbox, which we just put up this week. That was done all via Zoom, but we're airing that. It's an hour-and-a-half special that we're airing, and you see a lot of great students talking about issues that are near and dear to their hearts. So that is a great program that we just put up. We also have a new weekly feature from one of our principals in the elementary schools who does a video podcast that focuses on mindfulness for students and parents. She calls it the Educational Impact Academy. She talks to doctors and authors about everything from STEM practices to dealing with depression. And that's something new we do, we air every week. It's Dr. Karen Jakubowski, who does a phenomenal job with that show. So we're grateful for her to give us that. We also have, we're still doing our cook-off show, with our manager of nutritional services. Obviously, we don't have, we haven't been able to have students or guests be involved right now just because of the way the situation within our schools. So we are working around that. And she came up with ideas to use 3 ingredients for 3 different meals for parents on the go who want to do a meal one day, but still have food for the whole week. It's very informative. She's a great cook, and I learned a lot myself, and I'm using some of it at home. So we have 1 airing now. We have 2 more in post-production. So you should see another one by the end of the month, and then another one hopefully in July to take us through the summer so that we can start again in September when students are back. And hopefully things are a little different and we can start having more students and guests. Commissioner Cabrera, I think you said you're going to come on. I'm going to hold you to that. So yeah, we're hoping to get people back in the studio so we can do that. We are working on a new episode of The Good Stuff. That's basically a culmination of a lot of shorts that we have filmed throughout the year. The last one, which we just shot, was at the Hockessin School 107, which they had a great event held. I think it was on this, was it 17th of May? I forget, that we just finished a 5 or 6 minute piece on. So that'll be included, as well as some graduation things and other events going on around the district. We also are including tons of shorts, new docs, bumpers, interstitials that are updated weekly, including This Day in History, which airs every day, that shows what happened on that particular day throughout the year. We also go through, obviously, we try to include all the different surrounding school districts. Right now, I download videos from Colonial when I see new things coming up. As far as everyone else, we haven't had any submissions, but I do go through each and every website on their district calendar, and I update their calendar weekly or monthly. So in between our programming, you will see all the school districts events going on for the month of June for this month, and that gets updated every month. A couple more things. We are purchasing a new video server. Ours is still the original from 9 years ago. So it's coming to a point in which we have to update that. So we're in the process of finding funds to allocate to that. So we are in process of doing that, and I will update you hopefully in the next meeting that we have purchased that, and that's in place. Again, it will still be a SD output for our stations, but it will have the ability to do HD if that comes down the road. And lastly, we're saying goodbye to one of our own staff, a part-timer. We don't have a huge staff. It's me and one part-timer, but my partner in crime, Moises Velasquez, who was a student when we started this and is now an Emmy-winning producer, is moving on. You know, it's sad to say, but it's he's spreading his wings and he's flying. So we're downscaling our staff to me. But we'll still be putting out the content as much as we can. We also obviously do all the internal videos for Red Clay. So it's been a lot. So, but we'll still be putting out everything we have. We're excited to bring some new stuff in the years to come, and hopefully, you know, we get the okay from City Council. And in the next couple of years, we're looking to improve upon what we have done in the past. We have a couple of videos that are submitted for Emmy nominations this year, and hopefully by the next time we meet, I'll be giving you some good news that we'll have a couple going forward. So that's everything in a nutshell. Thank you all always for your support for the educational channel. It's my pleasure to bring you everything and give you everything I have, and I hope to do it for the next couple of years.
All right, thank you, Rob. Commissioner Cabrera.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, I will be coming on for that cooking show. Let me know when we can do that. Meal prepping is important. I love that they're doing that Now more than ever, we need all the resources we can get. My question was this, since I know that the kids are out of school over the summer months, will there be any participation, any summer programs where they can go out and shoot some of the multiple activities that are going on in the community? And now that things are reopening, there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot going on. Is there anything like that? Do you have a summer crew that can continue to do some fresh productions through the summer months?
I've been reaching out to all the different media classes throughout our secondary schools and trying to assemble that crew. We do have a crew that's out there that would be filming the graduations this weekend for Red Clay, but that's what we're trying. In years past, we did a summer program, a film program where we taught kids from script to screen. We're trying to do that again. We're just dealing with right now the policies of what we can allow in and what we can allow out in terms of that. But that's what my hope is. The hope is that we'll at least have a couple interns, if you will, from people to come in and work with me, learn the cameras, and so we can go out. But we will be covering things. Somehow there won't be a dip in our the quantity of what we put out for every summer.
May I follow up, Mr. President? I just had this fantastic brainstorm. So back when I was at the Grand Opera House, I had researched a program called Gallery 37 as something that we wanted to do in the community along with the city and other organizations. So Gallery 37 just incorporated where you actually paid the youth to participate in different medias. Some of it was music, some of it was dancing, some of it could have been production. And the requirement was that at the end of the program, they had to have a public showcase of what they did. So either it was going to be a performance, an art show, or a production. So being that we are entering into the summer season, and the city, along with the county, has a youth employment program, and sometimes we are struggling and searching where to place these young people. Perhaps what we could do is assemble a group that has an interest in camera production, whether in front or behind the camera, give you a crew of students to work with through the summer. They will get paid for doing the job under your direction. Then they would have to have something to show for it at the end of the summer. And it could be all the multiple programmings that they did, and we could even showcase this for them. I mean, I don't know. I think that this is something that could really work, and we can help with the recruitment of the students. And it really gives them what we want them to do with this summer program too, is they can't just have a job sitting somewhere in the office being bored. Because I know, I hear it, as much as we say that we're placing them in places where they're learning something, we are not. They are ending up in somebody's office, sitting around doing nothing, or they're over at William Hicks Anderson. So I would like to see you with a crew of our youth employment children. They could get placed, they could learn a skill, something they could continue to do throughout the years. Commissioners, what do you think? What do you think? Is that
I welcome it with open arms. I think I say yes right now. I know I have to, of course, speak to my superintendent and those people, but I say yes. I mean, anytime I can work with young people and share the knowledge that I have, that's why I'm here to do that. So if that can happen, that would be great. I mean, we could even put try something if it works out to a film festival. I know Moises, when he was here, was talking to Studio N about doing something with Red Clay, about doing a film festival with every school district. So that's something we've been working with. We don't have a lot of progress in that, but with this, I'm in. I would love that. I would welcome it. I think we would have a great time. And I think the students, we're not going to sit around. We would definitely learn many skills from, like I said, script to screen.
Excellent. Thank you. I'll let the other commissioners chime in on this particular topic. And of course, they may have individual questions. But again, I want to thank you, everything that you have done through the challenges of COVID, not having an audience, not having the students there to really go hands in, but that you've utilized the time that you have on air to educate us about this day in history. I think that's an excellent idea. and just to keep the programming alive and fresh. And I know that it has been a challenge. So I thank you for your personal dedication to this on behalf of all of us. Thank you for a job well done, and to all the students that did participate.
Thank you, Commissioner. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Commissioner Allen.
Thank you. Commissioner Cabrera, I think it's a great idea. And if it's possible to start building out the program this summer, then next summer we could have a really fantastic film festival, and building those relationships and developing those opportunities can start this summer, where you can find out a lot more about the skill set of the kids in the different offices. I think it's a really great idea. And I think building out the framework of it this summer, and then doing the legwork and making it really substantive can be great for this film festival that council can sponsor, if I can say that. But that's a great partnership idea. Thank you. I am supportive.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Allen. Yes, I also agree. That's an excellent idea. We have to make that a reality. Have to make that happen. Any other commissioners have any comments or questions before we go back to Rob? Commissioner Williams.
Hi. I don't obviously run the youth program. That comes out of Parks and Rec. So I will pass it on through the administration to the new Parks and Rec director. Just, that it would have to, come from him and the administration with respect to like the details and how many students and how they get to where they're going. There's a lot of details with respect to that, but I think it is a great idea. And I think that there's a great learning opportunity there, and specifically with film, and there's a great arts piece to this. So I'll pass it along. I think that Director Smith will have to reach out to you, and then we can go from there. That would be the likely path forward.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Williams. Rob, did you have any closing comments?
I was just going to say that in the past, that when we did work with Parks and Rec, and they transported the students there, we had a summer camp. Each student, when we were done, had a film. Like I said, they developed it. They did everything. They were shipped there. We provided lunch because there's other camps there, so we could have lunch. So there's a lot of things already in place for them to go. So I think this is just, it gets me excited just to think about it, because I think the whole purpose of this is to educate our young people and to give them a trade that they could use in the future. They pick up things so fast that they'll probably be teaching me things by the end of it. So it was a brilliant idea, and I'm excited to explore it further.
All right, thank you. Glad you're on board. And thank you again for your presentation.
Thank you.
Okay, next we want to circle back to DETV. If you were able to work everything out.
Yep, I'm here. Thank you so much, Mr. President. Everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So since the last time we spoke, we start focusing, the first round during COVID, we were focusing on distribution. This coming through COVID with flying colors, we decided to create a, some shows. Good Morning Wilmington. I'm gonna show you what that looks like right now. So Good Morning Wilmington is hosted by Jordan Hines and Kristen Holden. We're adding 2 more hosts to it.
Good morning, Delaware. This is GETV's Good Morning Wilmington, and I'm your host, Kristen Holden.
And I'm Jordan Hines. Happy Memorial Day, Kristen.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day, Wilmington.
Happy Memorial Day.
Special thanks to all our veterans and everyone that has served this country.
So the idea with Good Morning Wilmington, it was inspired by Good Morning America. I just figured that, Wilmington, like all the great stuff that's happening and the way that people are building up around here and organizations are doing some amazing things. I just figured that, hey, why not highlight it? So you can see, like we actually had.
Ivan?
Yes.
I mean to cut you off, but I'm not able to see it. I'm not sure if anyone else is, but that was the intent. I could hear him. I just couldn't.
I can see it. It's on my laptop.
Okay, so it must be my internet connection. Okay.
That's amazing.
All right, that's good. Thank you.
It does look really good.
Thank you. Thank you. So we have actually a special guest that came by on this episode that came by to support. Let me get him real quick. Where is he at? There you go. Governor John Carney came by. And as you can see behind me, we're at a new location. So I inked the lease in early May at the IMP Plaza. And the IMP Plaza is, home of Senator Chris Coons and Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester. And this is where we shoot Good Morning Wilmington and the news. So after Good Morning Wilmington, we decided to come up with the news for Wilmington. Here goes what happened the other night.
Thanks for joining us at this hour. I'm Matt Ford. We're following developing news. Tonight, 3 officers were shot by a gunman on the 2400 block of North Market Street. Now, according to police,
so this was around 2 o'clock in the morning while we were still in studio.
The 3 officers have been transported to the hospital and are reported to be in stable condition.
Now,
a SWAT team and police have.
This is our 30-minute news show that we created. Let me see where it was at. Oh, sorry.
Thanks for joining us at this hour. I'm Matt. It's time.
Oh, no, this is actually the COVID messaging that we put together for the mayor's office.
Keep wearing your mask, keep getting tested,
and stay safe.
It's time.
This message was paid for by the Wilmington Health Planning Council.
All right, and I'll just skip along. We also created a legislative review show, so to get people acclimated and to get them educated on how the government works. This is with our host, Kerwin Gaines. And, one of our first guests was that guy right there. So,
who is that?
I think that's the president. So, and again, all of you will be invited, all council people will be invited to come on legislative review. The idea is to inform the community what's going on, but most important, what role you play. We understand that a lot of people and a lot of residents in Wilmington, they really don't understand how government works. So we go from municipalities to city council to, way down in Dover. So we're rocking that out. Boom, boom, boom. So we actually filmed, where's my piece at? We actually formed some partnerships over the last 6 months with Christiana Care. I was talking to you guys about it before. And what we did was we are working with them to get information out about sickle cell within the Black and Brown community. With that came a partnership with the Franklin Institute. Here's a clip of what we put together. This is our version of a panel discussion. Now with this panel discussion, all of our programming on Channel 28 reaches a minimum 556,000 homes in Metro Wilmington area. So everything not everything, but a good majority of what we produce, when it hit those homes, it hits another up to 30 different social media channels at the exact same time. So it's not just one and done. This is what we put together for the Franklin Institute and Christiana Care. I'll just fast forward it.
Better. But you brought up an important point that I want to.
This is Chief Bioscientist Diatri Das from the Franklin Institute.
Future-facing attitude towards it, knowing that
and this was a live interaction with people watching on again, Twitter,
Holly, that
Facebook,
plays into
our
your
website.
expertise
This was a
with
Zoom
ethics.
call in.
Can you explain a little bit about the type
YouTube.
of issues that you think about?
It went extremely well.
Environment, make sure that we understand what those barriers are, have that dialogue so that all individuals can feel as comfortable as Jackie felt.
Study, or you might be offered some experimental intervention. That experimental
So
intervention.
that's that. Let me see. Governor, boom, boom, boom. And this is DETV Sports. We produce all the games now for the Delaware Blue Coats. This episode, we did this game while they were in a bubble in Florida. ESPN sent us the link, and we broadcast it throughout the state of Delaware and on social media again at the same time. So this is the footage from ESPN that was routed to DETV, Comcast Channel 28 in the city, and then we put it out to over 600,000 homes within the state of Delaware. It was just an amazing event. So after that, the NBA saw it and they gave us permission to air all the Blue Coats games. You can see Wilmington Land Rover, that was on ESPN. Nemours, Christiana Care, Kia of Wilmington, the whole thing that was just a great time. We also, what I'm trying to show you is the news that we created with Lauren Wilson that airs every Thursday at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. If you give me 1 second, I'll just pull it up on our YouTube page so you can see that that's our flagship of programming. We're extremely excited about that. Let me just get that for you real quick. Thought I had it in the queue.
Hi, I'm Ivan Thomas.
And here we go.
It just sounded like anarchy.
Was available. Now, last night around 10.
Here we go. I'll start from the beginning.
We're here at 20. Now, we are getting unconfirmed reports that the shooter has died of self-inflicted gun.
In Delaware is a bill that will soon become law after Governor John Carney signs it to make it official. Laura's Act will crack down on people who pass school buses when its red lights are flashing. Take a look at why.
Don't rush the red. Parents and lawmakers are hoping a new bill aimed to get the attention of drivers will have them pay more attention to students getting on and off the school bus.
That is one part
by hitting them where it hurts the most, their wallet.
And families, but it's also of the utmost importance to us.
Governor John Carney says the state is still pushing to get 70% of all Delawareans vaccinated by July 4th. That's the national goal set by President Biden on Tuesday. He reminded residents about an incentive program called DE Wins, a lottery that could mean a big payoff for people.
Follow the science and return to
This is our health segment.
More than that, families want to be reunited, especially with grandparents, and do not want to risk a breakout infection. Here in the state of Delaware, children as young as 12 years old are eligible to be vaccinated. Right now,
finding
only
sports
the
for
Pfizer
you.
vaccine has been approved.
We have the weather.
Delaware weekend forecast. In Newcastle County, expect a wet day on Thursday with variable clouds and scattered thunderstorms and the potential for severe thunderstorms with a high of 79.
And we have national and local sports.
And the Sixers outscored the Wizards 64-49 in the second.
Everyone you see on here is from Delaware.
112 by pitches. Appo would load the bases in the fifth inning, but wouldn't be able to get a runner across. And then the Jags would try and change that momentum in the sixth. Appo would score 3 runs. It was Preston Leinbach with a single, and then Keegan Miller with an RBI single as well. That cut that deficit to 8-5, but that's as close as they would get. DMA would add 1 more insurance run in the sixth, and they held on to win the school's first ever baseball state championship 9-5. Congrats, DMA. Another great game on the softball field.
Yep. So that's what we've been doing thus far for the city of Wilmington and the rest of Delaware, and that brings us pretty much up to speed to everything else that I conclude.
All right, Ivan, as usual, great presentation. Couldn't see a lot of it. I think I have a slow connection here. But I mean, doing a great job down there, man, and very, very excited for you and happy for you. Commissioner Cabrera.
Well, Ivan, honestly, I don't know what you've been doing with your time. Really. Let me tell you something. I am absolutely floored here. I am amazed. I mean, this is like fireworks. You are like on the cusp of competing with all the major networks. This looks so clean and so sharp, and wow. Now let me ask you this, because these things look really professionally produced. Some of it you are producing, and I know your work is top notch. Are you getting video clips from other entities? Is there like a library that you go to get the news that already exists? Or are you really doing this all from scratch? What are the collaborations? How is this happening?
90% of it.
Period of time.
90% of it is from scratch. We have a total. If you go to the studio down to 28 right now in Lancaster, I have a total of 12 people that we employ, and we just go we go hard with it. And thank you so much for your comments. We reach out. Hey, can we shoot? People give us total access. We come, we shoot interviews, and we come back. Like the news, we shoot all like the day before. That means if it airs on Thursday, Wednesday night, we're there all night putting it together because we want to get something that's fresh. It's once a week, so we try to get as close to the deadline as we possibly can. But 90% of it are my guys, my team. And yeah.
I just want to say that, I might just have to put in my resignation for council, and I'm just going to come join DETV. I don't know if there's a conflict. Sir, can I still be a councilwoman and work with DETV? Because this is why I moved to Delaware in search of my television dreams, to be that newscaster. But maybe I can come in and do a Spanish language television show. Obviously no compensation, but I just want to be involved.
Well, that's the idea behind it, Councilwoman, is that we saw that there's there's a lot of people that went to college for broadcast or journalism, they did journalism, yeah, but broadcast, but there really isn't any outlet here. So we figured that if we can do that station over here, this station over here, that kids coming right out of college can have somewhere to go, to build. And that's what's happening. We're looking for the future here, not just, okay, we're just putting stuff up. You want to come over? Yeah, we got a cooking show with your name on it. Like our whole culinary kitchen network, like we're flying, listen to this, we're flying, Chef Dana and I are flying chefs in from that was on ABC, NBC, Bravo with him to film for the fall. So we have black and brown chefs, white chefs coming in and staying and shooting 13 episodes and for the fall. So we do need a Spanish cook, a Latino cook. So if you want to, feel free. I can do some great empanadas. I need them right now. So
I have been known as Chef Cabrera. Let me ask you this, if I may, Mr. President, to continue with my line here, and then I have one more comment to make after this. I got a tour of the teen warehouse. So I understand, are you shooting some of the work from there? Because they said Dana had come in, Chef Dana came in, and they have a top-notch kitchen, which is already set up to shoot.
The teen warehouse, I'm sorry.
Is that one of the locations you're using?
No, at first, the teen warehouse, great. They were amazing with partnering with us so we could start shooting. Since then, what we did was we had a kitchen donated to us, in-house kitchen over at Channel 28 on Lancaster, which was a $90,000 kitchen, I believe. How much? $137,000 kitchen that's in studio. So that we do all the cooking shows there.
Amazing. And last, let me put this out there to you as well. I know you were doing some youth programming. I didn't see any of the clips because, of course, you were showing us all this new stuff. So I do want to ask about that. But before I even ask about that, my suggestion to Red Clay, we're going to have a captive audience of youth employment students. And of course, working with the new director, Ian Smith, which I'm sure he's very big on expanding what we're doing with our youth. I'm looking forward to working with him. Can you do the same? Can you take in some of the youth employment students that are interested in video production, whether it's in front or behind the camera, and utilize them through the summer? They will get paid through the youth employment program. And then again, they would have something that they worked on, produced, whether it's news or multiple productions, to showcase at the end of their time interning with you, a paid internship.
That is the goal. Yes, that is the goal. We did that 2 years ago before COVID, and now we're getting back in the swing of things, of getting things positioned. So that is the goal. To your question about the kids programming, DETV Kids, we are still in progress of shooting right now for the fall. Kids go back into school. We just saw an opportunity right now to just, put it in the bank. Shooting stuff every week is kind of hard for us. So what we like to do is get put it in the bank and come out in the fall, for the next season with that. Also, I wanted to talk to you about the new show that we're creating that's dropping in the fall also. It's called Hola Delaware. That's that's a Spanish news show. Again, the focus here in Wilmington and up and down the state where there's not too many visual news pieces that's available. So we're doing that as well. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Thank you. I don't want to take up all the time from the other commissioners, but just want to, again, say the same thing to you. You're doing an outstanding job. Every time I turn around, you are there. And I'm just proud to see what is coming out of that studio at Channel 28 under DETV. This was the best decision we ever made.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Commissioner Fields.
Thank you, Council President. I just want to say to Ivan and the staff at DETV, thank you so much for allowing me to tour the studio while you guys were in the process of putting up the desk and the chairs and everything. And just by looking at the Good Morning show, it was, I seen that, you put everything together, which looks really nice. I can say to everyone on this call, if you have not had the opportunity to go to the station, it would blow the pictures, and this Zoom call does it no justice at all. You would be blown because it looks just like, I want to say, what is it, Fox News or whatever that is, where they have the people walking by the windows. It looks just like that. It's a very calming, it's a very welcoming environment. I am going to be hosting one of the shows. I've already put my name on a list. So Maria, you have to get in line, and I already have my seat there. So I'm just going to say, I'm just very proud of what's going on in Delaware, and this is what we were looking for the city of Wilmington. We are definitely moving forward. We're not looking back. We're moving forward. And thanks, Ivan, and your team for being a part of moving Wilmington forward. No looking back. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work. I'm waiting on my phone call and for my touch-ups. Have a good one.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
That's all I have, Council President.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Fields. I don't see any other hands raised. Any commissioners? All right, Ivan, back to you. Do you have any closing comments?
No, just thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys and women, everybody that gave me all the support back in 2014 when I first started, with that raggedy van. I'm Wilmington's #1 cheerleader, and we're here. We're a new Wilmington moving forward. And again, we work together. We can show people how wonderful this city really is. So again, thank you for all you do, and keep up the great work.
All right, thanks a lot, man. I don't see anyone from the public on, so no public comments. So at this time, if there's nothing else from any commissioners, I will accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and second to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.